And welcome to Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl, brought to you by Owens Community College. I'm Mason Lowry, and this is a huge day for BCSN, the start of our new Quiz Bowl initiative. And I think it's fitting with all the success that these two schools have had in various sports over the first 20 years of BCSN. We welcome them in as our guinea pigs, so to speak, on our first show, Central Catholic and Clay. Guys, welcome and good luck. We will dive right into the buzzing round in just a moment, but first, time for these guys to introduce themselves.
Cherry, senior.
Isabella Zatko, senior.
Joel Drees, junior.
Stuff we just did.
Zach Green, freshman.
Win-Win, junior.
Jane Mays, senior.
Lily Fuller, junior.
Julia Joyce, senior.
Welcome to the Buzzin' Round. In the Buzz-In round, both teams will have their buzzers in hand. Teams buzzing in and answering correctly will receive 10 points. If they answer incorrectly, they will lose 10 points. Good luck. So I should tell you that the Buzzin' Round is brought to you by Unison Health and the Mental Health Board of Lucas County. Now, guys, there'll be 3 minutes on the clock. When this round and every other round ends, you will hear this sound. Everybody got that?
Got it. Yes.
All right. 3 minutes on the clock, everybody. Good luck, and that 3 minutes begins now. What senator from Kentucky has officially led the Republicans in the Senate since 2007? It's Mitch McConnell, looking for Mitch McConnell. In what modern-day country did an alliance of Shu, Han, and Wu defeat the warlord Cao Cao during its Three Kingdoms period?
China.
Clay, correct. Name the Hungarian composer of Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2. Seeing a lot of blank stares. It's Franz Liszt. What vehicles, also the title of a 1981 film, were used to carry Elijah to heaven?
Chariot.
Could you be more specific, please?
Chariot of Fire.
Correct. Well done. Formed in Rio de Janeiro, what musical genre evolved in the late 1950s from samba and cool jazz? Seeing those same faces again. It's Bossa Nova. What team, winners of the last 4 Premier League championships, includes Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish? Manchester City. What compound with the chemical formula CH2O is commonly used as a strong-smelling preservative agent for biological specimens?
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde is correct. Hans Castorp's experiences in a Swiss sanitarium are chronicled in a novel by what author of The Magic Mountain? Looking for Thomas Mann. In some myths, what character kicks a ball of mud in order to create man? Clay.
A goat.
Incorrect. It's Coyote. Prozac and Zoloft are SSRIs that prolong the effects of what neurotransmitter that controls mood and appetite? Central.
Serotonin.
Serotonin is correct. The Final Fantasy, Persona, and Fire Emblem series are part of what video game genre? Clay?
Zelda.
Sorry. More generally, role-playing games or RPGs. What quantity measures how much value an economy produces? Clay.
GDP?
GDP is correct. Find the perimeter of a rhombus with diagonals of length 48 units and 14 units. Out of time, it's 100 units. Phrases like powder room and passing away are examples of what literary device often employed? Central.
Euphemism.
Euphemism is correct. Well done. What company reinstated Donald Trump's account after Elon Musk became CEO and changed its name?
Twitter.
Twitter is correct. Or X would have accepted either. Which counterculture hit of the 1960s, written by John and Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas, proclaims, "I'd be safe and warm if I was in the largest city of the eponymous state"? Looking for the song title. Might have been a A little before your time and possibly your parents' time. California Dreamin' was the correct response. So, one round in the books, first round of the season. Central Catholic off to a very good start. They've got a 40-10 lead. Stay right there. We'll have more Brainiacs Bowl right after this.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu. Welcome to the volley round. The volley round, the first question goes to the team with the lowest score. If they answer correctly, they are awarded 10 points, and the next question goes to the opposing team. If any team answers a question incorrectly, the opposing team gets a chance to answer that question and still receive their question. Good luck.
So a reminder, Central Catholic has a 40-10 lead over Clay. Clay, you're down by 30. That means you get to go first in the volley round, which begins now. Good luck. Blind taste tests favoring Pepsi led to the creation of what beverage that altered Coca-Cola's original formula? You do not have to buzz in, by the way.
Coke Zero.
Incorrect. Central, you can steal.
Dr. Pepper.
Sorry, it's New Coke. Central Catholic, this is your question. What market structures are formed when only one company can provide a certain good or service?
Monopoly.
Monopoly is correct. Clay, what school of American philosophy which emphasizes practicality had members like John Dewey and William James?
Yale.
Central, you can steal.
Dewey Decimal System. I don't know.
That's a school.
What's a school?
I don't know. Harvard.
Looking for pragmatism is in a school of thought, not a place of higher education. Central Catholic, this is your question. What architect endorsed the modular system in their book Towards a New Architecture and went by a two-word French moniker?
Who's an architect? Go for it.
Le fromage.
The cheese? No, not quite. Clay, you can steal.
Right.
It's Le Corbusier. Clay, your question. Give me this novel, subtitled A Study of Provincial Life, written by George Eliot. Nothing?
No.
All right, Central, you can steal.
Williams.
The answer is Middlemarch. In what league did Khabib Nurmagomedov defeat Irishman Conor McGregor in a mixed martial arts bout?
No, I'm just trying to no, it's fighting. It's like UFC.
UFC is correct.
Yep.
Just under the bell. Clay, what scientist discovered the mechanical equivalent of heat by finding that mechanical kinetic energy converted into the same amount of heat energy?
Avocado.
Sorry, Central?
Yes.
Just try.
Williams.
It's Joule. Central, home to the Camp Nou Stadium and La Sagrada Familia Catedral. What city is the capital of Catalonia?
Madrid.
Sorry, Clay?
Barcelona.
That's the one. You got it. 10 points for you. Hulk Hogan declared his support for Trumpomania during what event that officially nominated Donald Trump and J.D. Vance?
The Republican Party. The nominating Republican Party.
Not quite. Central?
The Republican National Convention.
That's the one. Central Catholic, what feminist author wrote The Second Sex?
Any idea? Williams.
No. I like that recurring theme, though. Clay?
Jane.
Simone de Beauvoir. Clay, that's time. Well, Central Catholic, you have extended your lead 70-20 now over Clay, but don't worry, Eagles, there is still plenty of time left as Brainiacs Bowl rolls on right here on BCSN.
Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college.
As Brainiacs Bowl rolls on right here on BCSN.
This is the buzz-in round. We'll start with Clay. They're behind. 3 minutes to answer as many as you can. You can pass. If you don't say the answer or pass, you'll just sit and wait.
I'll try and be patient, yeah.
No buzzing this round, correct? No buzzing.
Right.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is brought to you in part by Unison Health and the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board of Lucas County, reminding you that it's your time, your choice. Welcome to the Lightning Round. In the Lightning Round, each team gets 3 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. 10 points will be awarded for each correct answer. This round will begin with the team that has the lowest score. Good luck.
Welcome back to the inaugural edition of Brainiacs Bowl here on BCSN. We are halfway through our first ever match. Central Catholic, an impressive performance so far, 70-20. They lead Clay. With Clay being behind, that means they get to go first in the lightning round. Remember, you do not have to buzz in, answer as many questions correctly as you can. Your 3 minutes starts now, and good luck. In the song Bohemian Rhapsody, what Arabic word is said after stating, easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Correct. What character from Greek mythology blinds himself upon realizing he has married his own mother?
Pass.
Oedipus. Sooners began the settlement of what state where Native Americans were sent during the Trail of Tears?
Oregon.
Incorrect. Oklahoma. Gregor Samsa is the protagonist of a novel by what author who wrote In the Penal Colony and The Metamorphosis?
Franz Kafka.
Correct. Name the Fayetteville, North Carolina-based rapper whose hits include No Role Models and Middle Child.
Pass.
J. Cole. What company's commercials often take place in New York Harbor and follow Doug and an emu selling insurance?
Liberty Mutual.
Correct. Name this country home to authors like Laura Esquivel and Carlos Fuentes.
France.
Mexico. What Italian city is famous for gondola rides through its many canals?
Venus.
I'll accept that. Venice.
Okay. Sorry.
In what anime does Straw Hat Luffy and his pirates embark on a journey to discover the title object?
One Piece.
One Piece. I had a feeling you would all know that one. Which anthropologist analyzed Balinese cockfights in the essay Deep Play?
Pass.
Gertz. Name the colorful phenomena represented by Iris in Greek mythology.
Rainbow.
Rainbows is correct. What airline, now part of the Alaska Airlines Group, primarily serves the Aloha State?
Pass.
Hawaiian Airlines. As of 2024, what city's metro rail does not cover Georgetown University?
Washington, D.C.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
Name this East African country that Haile Selassie fled after Benito Mussolini's invasion, which conquered its capital,
Ethiopia.
Addis Ababa. Ethiopia is correct. Name the ancient civilization containing Harappa that was based along a namesake river in Pakistan.
Indus River.
Correct. What author wrote The Country of the Blind and The War of the Worlds?
Pass.
H.G. Wells. What statement in quantum mechanics holds that some quantities can never be precisely measured together?
Pass.
The uncertainty principle. What early Christian theologian who died in Carthage wrote the works The City of God and Confessions?
Luther.
Incorrect. It's Augustine. What French impressionist was famed for his paintings of water lilies?
Monet.
Monet is correct. Which planet's two moons are named Phobos and Deimos?
Mars.
Mars is correct. What surname is the first in the name of America's largest bookseller, which pairs it with Noble?
Pass.
Barnes. Barnes and Noble. Name this Activision series of first-person shooter games whose latest installment is Modern Warfare 3.
Call of Duty.
Correct. What French absolutist ruler built the Palace of Versailles and was known as the Sun King?
Louis XIV.
Correct. The city of Entebbe lies on what lake, which the Blue Nile... Can't complete the question, but awesome job, Clay. You ran into some questions you really liked there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up to 150. Now Central Catholic, 80 points behind. You've got 3 minutes as well, starting now. What programming language's logo features a cup of coffee?
Java.
Java is correct. Name the author of On Denoting, who worked with Alfred Whitehead on Principia Mathematica.
Pass.
Bertrand Russell. What Russian playwright wrote The Three Sisters and the Cherry Orchard?
Tchaikovsky.
Sorry, it's Anton Chekhov, not Tchaikovsky. Name these wars led by Julius Caesar against tribes in present-day France.
Punic Wars.
The Gallic Wars. What works were collected by the Brothers Grimm, stories such as Jack and the Beanstalk and Little Red Riding Hood?
Fairy Tales.
Correct. El Mayo is the nickname of Ishmael Zambada Garcia, who leads what Mexican drug cartel?
Pass.
Sinaloa. Via fermentation, yeast produces what molecule, the simplest alcohol?
Pass.
Ethyl alcohol.
Ethyl.
I can accept that, or
Yeah.
ethanol.
Yep.
A paralyzed woman is shown crawling towards the Olsen house in what American realist's work, Christina's World?
Frida Kahlo.
Nice try. Andrew Wyeth. What play that ends with Hallie demanding to be called the title honorific by Sam and Willie was written by Athol Fugard?
Pass.
Master Harold and the Boys. A band with what name claimed "There'll be peace when you are gone" in the song Carry On My Wayward Son?
Oh, I know the song of the band.
Black Eyed Peas.
Kansas. Black Eyed Peas. In what Old English epic does the title hero defeat Grendel?
Beowulf.
Correct. What fuel makes up most A and A1, the simplest jet fuels?
Pass.
It's kerosene. In Pits of Despair by Harry Harlow, rhesus monkeys preferred surrogates of what figure when they were made from cloth instead of wire?
Pass.
Mothers. The mighty handful, including Alexander Borodin and Rimsky-Korsakov, is made up of how many Russian composers?
10.
5. New wave band Wall of Voodoo had an unlikely hit in 1983 with what song in ode to listening to music south of the border?
No clue.
Pass.
This is my favorite band. The song is Mexican Radio. What object, which obscures a region of the sky called the zone of avoidance, has the black hole Sagittarius A star at its center and is orbited by the Magellanic Clouds?
What are we looking
I don't know. Pass.
The Milky Way. Representative Abigail Spanberger has decided to leave Congress in order to run for governor of what state currently governed by the term-limited Glenn Youngkin?
New Jersey.
Virginia. Works like The Pelican were written in the AABBA rhyming scheme by Ogden Nash as what type of brief, humorous poems named for a town in Ireland?
Limerick.
Limerick is correct. What religious movement led by Louis Farrakhan did Malcolm X leave in 1964?
Pass.
Nation of Islam. What founding father was the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
John Jay.
Correct. Which sister? That's time. And you've clawed your way back into this thing, Central Catholic. That was a great round. Both of you playing Central. Well done. It's going to be all to play for in the final challenge round with Central down by just 20 points. We'll be right back.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college. Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu. This is the final challenge. Now it's time for the final challenge. Teams will once again have their buzzers in hand. Any team buzzing in with a correct answer will receive 10 points. If the team that buzzed in answers incorrectly, the opposing team gets a chance to answer that same question and gain 10 points. Good luck. Well, I hope you folks at home are having as much fun as we're having here in the studio. This has become neck and neck. Clay did an awesome job in the lightning round. They now have a 20-point lead on Central Catholic. Guys, good luck. You've got 4 minutes in this final challenge round. You do not lose any points, remember. The other team will have a chance to answer the question correctly if you answer incorrectly. You've got 4 minutes, and that 4 minutes begins now. Which sister of Zuko is a major antagonist in Avatar?
Azula.
You got it. Beaufort scale is used to measure what weather phenomenon, which can be gale force? Central.
Wind.
Correct. In what American company that specializes in language learning is symbolized by its namesake?
Duolingo.
Duolingo is correct. Tessie Hutchinson cries, "It isn't fair," as she is stoned to death in what short story by Shirley Jackson? Clay.
Lottery.
The lottery is correct. This deity was bound by the entrails of his son Nari with snakes dripping venom into his eyes. Central.
Loki.
Loki is correct. What last director of the Bauhaus was an architect known for the maxim less is more?
Williams.
Incorrect. Clay? It's Mies. What epic Sanskrit poem tells the story of the Kurukshetra war between the Kauravas and the Pandavas?
The Marahaba.
I'll give you that. I believe the pronunciation is Mahabharata, but I'm
yes,
happy to
that
be
is.
corrected on that. What leader mysteriously disappeared in 1975 and famously led the Teamsters?
Williams.
Central. No, Jimmy Hoffa. Name this function that returns the product of a number and all positive integers before it, denoted by an exclamation symbol.
Factorial.
You got it. In what song does Michael Jackson declare that the title woman is not my lover? Central.
Confirm. Billie Jean.
Billie Jean is correct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Edward the Black Prince fought during which war in which longbows helped win the Battle of Agincourt and also where Joan of Arc was burned at the stake?
100 Years War?
100 Years War, correct.
Nice.
What scientific development won Drew Weissman and Katalin Kariko the 2023 Nobel Prize in Medicine and caused mRNA technology to confer resistance to a pandemic-causing disease? Clay.
COVID-19 vaccine?
Correct. Which composer wrote a symphony in which composers snuff out candles as they leave and is considered the father of the string quartet? Clay.
Beethoven.
Say again?
Beethoven.
Incorrect. Central?
Tchaikovsky.
Hayden. Hayden is the correct response. What World War II operation, codenamed Operation Neptune, was postponed today due to inclement weather and targeted beaches, codenamed Utah?
D-Day.
Correct. Name the Chinese author of sci-fi novels like The Wandering Earth and The Three-Body Problem.
Shisin Liu.
Correct. Name this Atlanta-based hip-hop producer whose 2022 hit Creepin' features The Weeknd.
Williams.
No. Clay?
Atlantic Brothers.
Sorry, it is Metro Boomin. And no, I don't know who that is either. Who was the National Security Advisor and Secretary of State for both Nixon and Ford? Central.
Williams.
No. Clay?
Harold.
Henry Kissinger. Jim O'Connor breaks a glass unicorn in what memory play about the Wingfield family, a work by Tennessee Williams?
Oklahoma.
Sorry, no. Central?
I'll be coming home to you.
I do like that, but no, it's the Glass Menagerie, and at least Williams was in the question that time. What country has Tayyip Erdogan led since 2014 from Ankara?
Turkey.
Turkey is correct. After what event did Donald Trump claim that he likes Mrs. Mahomes better?
Super Bowl?
No, sorry. Clay?
No.
Taylor Swift's endorsement of Kamala Harris. And that's time. Taylor Swift. Central Catholic, that was a heck of a comeback in the final round. And Clay, you guys were fantastic in the lightning round as well. I think that's a pretty good first show, don't you think?
Yeah.
I concur, yes.
Absolutely. Well done, guys. Central Catholic, we'll see you guys back here a little bit later in the season. That'll do it for our first episode of Buckeyes Brainiacs Bowl, brought to you by Owens Community College. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Well done, you guys. I'm sorry it took me like...